If you love making money and want to win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and want to win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super under center song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fucking fuck.
Just cash.
Hey man, stop cussing so much at the beginning of our intro, buddy. Just because you lost bets, you don't gotta throw your TV around. We're always gonna get it back, right, E?
Yes, sir. That's the plan. And hopefully not losing to begin with. But what's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome. You already know what time it is. A little college basketball. A little sneak peek at Unrivaled. It's just cash. Let's go. Join with Underrated. What's good, man? How are you?
Pretty good, man. We just keep winning. I don't know how it could be not good. We just keep winning.
Yeah, man. That's what we're shooting for. Yesterday, obviously, went really well for us. If you guys caught the stream, you're able to hop on this good value. We locked in with Kiki. Absolutely just beast mode for us. And, pretty sweat-free. I think she ended up with like 10 points in the first quarter, 8 points or something like that. And, made us sweat it out a little bit there, but ended with 17 as we expected. And even though she played reduced minutes, which we'll kind of talk about here in a little bit, she still ended up crushing for us, so we got everything we needed out of that. A bit unfortunate with Ryan Howard. I know she was shooting a little bit worse towards the second half of the game, but we had 12 points going in a half, and she got up to 16, and Coach unfortunately just basically benched her the entire last quarter. I think she was out there for like 30 seconds or 45 seconds or something like that. So real unfortunate she hooked for that. But Darren Williams ended up, we talked about it, man. Duke was going to lay it on them, and they absolutely blew them out. Wasn't a game from start to finish. And even though Darren Williams had a prolific first half, he went, 3 of 3 from 3 and had like 12 PRA at half, and ended up still being pretty sweat-free. He didn't get any RA whatsoever. I think he had 17 points and 1 board. So that whooping came through. We didn't have any doubt about that. I think we chopped that up pretty well. So hopefully you guys are able to lock in. And if you want some money, make sure to do us a huge favor. Hit that like button down below. Appreciate the support in the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out and turn the noties on. And most importantly, be a part of the Discord. Still running the 7-day free trial in the links down below. So make sure you guys hop in, check it out. We had a hell of a week. 12.4 units this last week alone. We're already starting off with 2.5 units.
13 last week. 13.44 last week to be precise.
Okay, nice. Yeah, even more. So all the more reason to hop in there. We got a lot of stuff going on. Again, with soccer basically going year round, we got a little bit of disc golf action going. MLB is going to be ready for opening day here before we know it. And then we'll find out on March 10th if we're going to have a WNBA season, either start on time or have one period. But a lot of stuff going on, so make sure you guys in there, be a part of it, come win some money with us.
Old 3932's back too. I hope you subscribe, sir. I'm believing he did. I'm thinking he did. He said Darian Williams picked cashed at under 19.5 PRA. Even though I know you guys had it at 21.5, I still took 19.5 and it cashed. Big, strong, flexing emoji on that play. That's what's up, bro. Glad it came through.
Yeah, and he honestly even got lucky to get that much. I mean, I thought for sure Coach wasn't even going to bring him back the way the second half was looking. But he went out there, hit a bucket or two, and then ended up going right back to the bench. So good looks, cleared on all the bumps and original lines too. You know, that one was more of an underdog specific because they had that at 21.5 for full payout, where he, I mean, basically just chilled at 19.5 on all the other sites. So a little bit sweatier there, but nonetheless still came through for us. And, you know, man, this last month now, these unders have been pretty nice. You know, they got these lines really adjusted and some players in not so ideal spots. So we're just going to keep taking advantage of it. We'll definitely talk through some of the regular line stuff. We do have a couple alt plays on here. Shout out to Underdog. You know, even with their payout structure being different, it makes it a little bit more easier to make cash over there. So we're going to take advantage of it while we can. And we got a bunch of unders today. We got Big Kiki also going to be our cover girl for tomorrow. Locked up some insane value with that. And I think, honestly, we'll probably just kind of touch on that here for a second real fast, just to make sure that line doesn't move. I will expect it to go up to 14.5. I know Underdog didn't adjust it yesterday before locks, but PrizePicks did. So we had a interesting, looks like Underdog didn't get the memo this morning, but they opened her at 11.5 points, which is just unbelievable. Like, I cannot believe she was at 11.5 points. We ended up posting that up for a 3-unit play. And last night we did lock in initially for the 13.5. It opened up on PrizePicks, which still have it at 1.5 unit play. Absolutely love it. And with that being said, let's just talk about her real fast in this matchup. Now, yesterday, small negative things that we saw was on the other side of the court. The Vinyl ended up going with a really small unit. They played a 3-guard set several times in the stretch of the second quarter and a little bit towards the end of the game in the third quarter. But Kiki lost out on a few minutes. I mean, she should have played closer to 17, 18 minutes like she was on track for. But with the Vinyl deciding to sit Hamby and basically not play Brittany Griner at all, we just lost out on a little bit of production there. But still came through with 17 points, had 11 boards, 4 assists, which I will say also I do like the 24.5 PRA. So access to that definitely warranted. But this matchup still looks great. I mean, the Mist have been giving up an unhinged amount of rebounds for one thing, but they're also just still giving it up to any kind of active bigs. And we saw the other 2 games they played so far this season where Kiki was in a limited role, just coming off the bench and not seeing nearly as much of the minutes that we saw last night. She cooked them. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. The most recent game, she went for 27-2. And the game before that, she went for 19-7-1. And one of those games, Boston also went for a 20-piece as well. So, you know, there's plenty of production to go around. But for this matchup, I think it bodes even better for her. I'm expecting her to play closer to 17, maybe even 18 minutes because of the fact that they should not go small on the other side. We know Miss is Brianna Stewart's team. She plays a really heavy amount of minutes, but they also have Alana Smith off the bench, and that's not something you can get away with covering either one of them with the guards. So I don't think we see that happen again here. I think she will be needed to be out there as much as possible to at least defend against Brianna Stewart, but also still get a little bit of overlap while Alana Smith's out there. Love what we saw last game. I mean, honestly, somewhere in the range of 12 to 14 field goal attempts is still what we should see out of her. But knowing also one of the best defenders in the league is Veronica Burton. So we got a game plan for that. Assuming she goes out and covers Kelsey Plum on the other side, we know Plum is one of their higher usage players. So that just leaves Tiffany Hayes with Alicia Gray, and then we have Stewart and Kiki going at it 1-on-1. So any kind of limitation on Plum there is really going to hamper their offense, and I think they're going to need to go to the other outlets, in i.e. Kiki. Tiffany Hayes had like 15 field goal attempts this last game. She played like absolute shit in the first half. She was 0 for 6 at one point, but still turned up in the second half, and then them going with a smaller lineup kind of paid off for her. But I do expect some regression out of that. There's no way coach should be letting her shoot the ball that many times, especially starting off that bad. But Kelsey Plum seeing the reduction here, I think that's just by default going to see Kiki get more involved in the offense here. And again, they're going to need their size out there. She played really great the last 2 times that they matched up. And seeing the last 2 games now, I've been quite impressed with her so far this season and don't see any reason why we don't run it back.
No, I'm very surprised. We got it at 13.5 still right now on the board right now. If you don't have any 13.5 Kiki, you should go to Bunk Prize Picks or Underdog or Parlay Play and get a little something. Get a little something on that. Definitely got to. Should be 15.5 probably.
Yeah, or at least 14.5, man. I mean, 13.5 just doesn't make any sense after we know that she's a starter. We saw what she did this last game without Boston. And if they're going to give us this opportunity, hey, it's the last game of the season, so it's do or die.
How many minutes did she get? 15 or something?
Yeah, 15 and some change.
Yeah, and do we think she's going to get the same 15 or even a little more in this one?
I think she gets closer to 17 minutes, honestly. I think Coach plays her. The only, again, we saw, back-to-back fouls to open the second half again. The foul concern is the only thing that I would have somewhat of, a concern just overall for. But if she's not in foul trouble, I have no doubts that she's getting this line for us.
I like that, no doubt. That's why there's 3 and 1.5 units on the list, sir. Let's go. No jinx, but any play we've had at 2 units or more, I don't think we've lost.
Yep, no jinx, man. But
Zero jinx.
This one feels good. It felt good yesterday. Feels just as good for this last matchup. And, especially if she plays even more minutes, I mean, we should be home free.
So by tomorrow before tip, 14.5 probably?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Underdog's still kind of lacking with their adjustments, but I do think Prize Picks moves her first, and then we'll see the payout ding on both her points and PRA on Underdog. And I think this time they will actually make the move to 14.5.
Alrighty then.
Yes, sir. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like button. Again, 15 is at least our baseline for a great night. 25 going to be for the sweep. Let's go ahead and run it up. Run it up, baby. Let's get that double digit going.
We will. People are just a little lazy today. All that winning yesterday got them lazy.
I know. Get that belly full.
All that winnings.
All right, well, let's transition over to some college basketball. We got a couple sweet underplays for us. Biggest one, well, honestly, we have 2 plays for this game, so let's talk about both of them. We got Simpkins and Big Nate Biddle, some unders here. Now, we saw yesterday, we were looking at this 17.5 point spread, pretty indicating for a possible blowout here. Illinois is at home, been real dangerous, and for senior nights, I would love to see Tomislav get a little bit more involved in this game. I know last game he got held in check pretty well for the matchup, but see him get active tonight should take off a lot of the weight. But one big thing about both of these, we'll just talk about at least the under aspect of it for both these guys. Let's take a look at Simpkins now. I know Underdog did remove it earlier, but I believe they put it back, so it's still an option. Obviously, the payout is a little bit worse off, so you do have to pair it with something like Kiki, for example. But that's also why we have 2 units on it, because this is just an abnormal line to even have an option on. Now, player not even averaging 3 rebounds so far this season, and I will say also the 3.5 line does make a lot of sense as well. So, did they take that down too? Okay, so they really just cut the options out altogether.
They said no more rebounds on Simpkins?
Yeah, it looks like. Let me see if Underdog just removed it altogether. Because they had a 3.5 option. Okay,
2.5. Oh, wow. It really went down.
Yeah, he went from 3.5 to 2.5, and then they cut the payout. So now, obviously, the 4.5 is just a bare minimum payout. It was, 0.6, was it 6.4, 6.8?
Yeah, 6.4. No,
6.4?
not that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little worse, but I think I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now with the payout ding, if you guys missed it, if you want to play the 3.5, I still don't mind that. The payout's just a little bit worse than it was. It was, I think, a 0.81 or 0.79 earlier. But still, we locked it up in the Discord. Got to shout that out one more time. That's where all that our overnight access is. But Yeah, either of the lines, honestly, still just way too high for him. I mean, 2.5 feels a lot more appropriate, and even that one, honestly, I mean, we're still only talking about a 64% to stay under. So, I mean, not a high hit rating whatsoever. But this matchup doesn't really bode well for that. You know, Illinois has been really solid against rebounding, and for the guards in particular, it's going to be a bit more of a difficult task. They don't really allow much as far as offensive rebounding concerns. And then for him, you know, he's just obviously not that active on the glass. He does get a few offensive rebounds, which I will say shout out to those, you know, spike usage games that he does have is coming from that. So we take away from that and leave, you know, everything else on the table. And it's honestly looking, you know, way, way worse than that. So factor in the blowout, factor in the line just being way too high in general. And then for him, you know, they really haven't participated in many blowouts recently. The most recent one was the one against Minnesota, but they were at home, so they still played them hefty minutes. This team really hasn't gotten thrashed in a while, and I do think that is going to change tonight. So expecting him to play somewhere around 29 to 31 minutes. I don't think he goes out and plays 35, 36 minutes like we've seen, but still not an easy matchup. Even the backup unit for Illinois is quite solid on the fundamentals of boxing out, make sure these guards aren't crashing the board. So going to be a tough task, man. And also another thing, you know, like I was talking about with the seniors getting Tomislav involved, Illinois doesn't really shoot a very high clip from three. You know, they have a lot of ball distribution. The guards shouldn't have to put nearly as much pressure like we saw this last game. And, you know, the team just spreading the ball out a lot, just going to make for muddied options. He's not going to be catching a lot of the long ball opportunity here. So it looks good. Just way too high of a line. Honestly, you know, one of our new rule of thumbs is anything that's 70% or better, you got to take a shot at it. And this one looked great. So lock that in at 4.5, 3.5. I don't mind if you still want to play it, but missed out on a little bit of value there.
Yeah, that one was standing out like a sore thumb. Sticking out like a sore, whatever that is. Yeah. That one was silly.
Yeah.
Silly, bro. At Illinois, dude, come on, bro. They got some plays for us, man. These plays have really been shining as, you know, plays to actually put some good money on lately, and we've been coming through. So let's keep it going, man. Only 8 likes though. Only 8 likes.
Yeah, let's run it up a little bit, y'all. Come on. I know we made some good money here this last week, and we got a lot of juicy games today and tomorrow.
We got a lot of games, but today it's, I don't know. For the amount of games, we don't have that many plays standing out. We have no overs, right?
Nah.
That's
who needs those?
That's wild, though, right? So many games with 0 overs.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple, you know, we can talk about and kind of breeze through, which I don't mind, but I do think there is, you know, some hesitation here. It's been honestly a lot easier for us to not get too carried away with how many games there are and just trying to, you know, fire as many shots as possible, but really just digging up the strongest plays and the stuff that, you know, doesn't make sense one way or another. Like, you know, Q Donkey brought up, for example, yesterday, he was talking about Tamian Lipsy and that 14.5 PA. It was a tough matchup. I mean, there's no doubt about that, but we were talking about a player who was almost 80%. I think it was over 80%, but even the 15.5 PA line was still like high 70s. And, you know, sometimes you just got to take a shot on that. And it's just one of those books are daring you to play the prop. And if you got balls enough to do it, you know, hey, it's been paying off for us. So,
yeah. I bet you won't do it with Hubbard over 21.5.
Nah. No, we'll talk about him here in a minute too, because he might be a late addition for an under. But while we're still on this game, let's talk about Nate the Great. Maybe not so great tonight, Biddle, and 26.5 PR. It did unfortunately move down to 25.5. But if you missed that, I still don't mind the PRA. 28.5 is a bit high still for that, nonetheless. He does just get a frequent amount of assists, so kind of paying that here more recently could be scary. But rebounding metrics, I mean, he's right there. He actually bumped down from the rebounds. So this was 7.5 earlier, which I think he's still on a couple sites. So 7.5 looks a hell of a lot different than the 6.5 number. But that baked in with the scoring, I mean, still points, honestly, a bit too high. This was something we had talked about yesterday too. I felt like 18.5 was a little bit too high for him. And for him, if he's not scoring a bunch of threes and get to the free throw line, I mean, he's really, really struggled on hitting his markers. So you see a lot of these games correlating to his points and scoring going over. But again, a lot of easier matchups. Most recent, I think, tougher matchup that he had was the one against Minnesota, which we saw him struggle, only put up 15 points. And then let's see who else. Ohio State, not going to sleep on their defense either. Held them to 14 points, but scoring on the road has looked pretty abysmal. I mean, only 38%, 3 out of 8 games so far this season, but you can see he's barely averaging 16 points flat here. So about 2.5 points too high on the actual point line. And then you throw in the rebounding downside for this particular matchup. Maybe he goes off a little bit more so on the rebounds, has 8 or 9, something like that. But this man is not getting 18, 19 points tonight. I just do not see it. Plus, with the blowout, we know he is going to sit early. Coach really doesn't leave him out there for too far of a leash after that. And going to be tough, man. Going to be tough. Would be surprised to see him in early foul trouble, too. Tomislav has been really crafty about drawing fouls.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I am excited. I want to see what he tries to do. I mean, it's tough, man. You got to be the star of your team, go into Illinois and play against all those other big old tall trees. Man, that's going to be tough for him. He's used to being the man, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't give him much of a shot here, so loving that under.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think a really smart play, and obviously with the line movement, we were on it early. But another kind of thorn in the side, too, is he's been losing out on a little bit of production to Kwame Evans. And, I mean, a player who's really kind of emerged in the second half of the season. I knew these tougher matchups didn't obviously play out too well for him. He got in some foul trouble and lost out on minutes. But he's played really well. I mean, double-digit field goal attempts in a majority of the season. And he's just, by nature, going to take away some more usage from Biddle overall. So Biddle having to deal with Tomislav is going to be kind of a fun matchup. And, looking at on-court matchups, you would assume that Kwame has a better matchup against David on the other side. Gives up a little bit more fouls and what have you, but still very sizable front courts. And bro's just going to have to show me. 17.5 points on the road, you got to show me.
18.5. Yeah, even 18.5 is crazy, man.
17.5 point spread is what I meant to say.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Hey, we're at 10 likes. We got 10.
Let's go. Hey, there's 10 people in here that are going to be like, man, I cashed out again 2 days in a row. Glad I was here.
2 weeks in a row. What you mean?
Well, yeah, 2. But who's counting, I guess? We're talking about it in the now.
I guess. It's always a fresh day every day. But dang, man. I don't know what to say. It's just been pretty. I'm not going to jinx it. Never mind. Let's go. Next play is.
Let's go. Yeah, let's keep it going. So we got next up. Let's talk about Mr. Watts.
Another shitbag.
Bro, we sniped some insane value on this too.
What's he now?
I think they cut the payout on it a little bit worse off. So
Whoa.
He was 23.5 PRA yesterday for one thing. So remember that. He was 23.5. He bumped down by 2 off of that. But his payout for the 25.5 was 0.82, 0.84. Like way, way better than this. So massive bumps down for him, and for good reason. I mean, his line's still just being too high. His points in particular, they even moved that down. So, that was what moved. Sorry. His points moved down too. He was 13.5 yesterday when we were talking about it. He's 11.5, and it's still debatably too high for him. I mean, look at him so far this season. Yes, I know Toppin being in is one thing, but even taking Toppin out, I mean, we really haven't seen anything that impressive from him overall. I don't know why that actually is not working. He should have way less games than that. But the most recent games with no Toppin, I mean, we had one decent matchup against Cincy, and then obviously KSU is a way easier matchup just in general. I believe Toppin was still there for that one. Got to double check that. But yeah, this is not another easy interior matchup. And for him, a player that we know notoriously doesn't take a whole hell of a lot of field goal attempts from 3, so you don't really will that upside from him. But also this last game, I mean, coaches did not want to play him. I mean, he got into a little bit of foul trouble down the stretch, and he ended up sitting for a lot of minutes. But not an easy matchup. Not expecting him to get 11 RA either. That's very much so an anomaly. He had a ton of assists in that game, but yeah, you can see normal day, not really looking at that. I mean, Christian Anderson especially is going to dominate in the playmaking, but scoring wise too, I mean, bookies agreed 13.5 points is way too high for that. So seeing some major line movement for him. Glad we got that 25.5. Oh man, that felt good.
Easy peasy.
Yes, sir. And you can see the hit rating on that too. He's only averaging barely 20 this season. Mostly a lot of the weight is from these 2 spike games here, but still 9 of 28 to go over this. I mean, hey, got to do it. Got to do it. Close to 70%.
You would think Toppin being out would help him, but really he hasn't stepped up much. He hasn't done much more. He's actually didn't even finish the game last game. So
Nope. They're getting the guards involved a little bit more. Watts has played pretty solid. I know this most recent game, obviously the whole team just played really bad. Why am I lagging? Sorry, I'm getting a little delay over here. Most recent game, obviously the whole team just kind of played bad in general, but Watts looked really good those last 2 games with no Toppin, and the minutes for him a little bit more sustainable, but just his overall field goal volume took a huge step forward in that absence. So I do expect that to continue, both him and Anderson doing the majority of the shooting and then sprinkling, whoever else among the mix. But going to be tough. He's going to be dealing with some formidable opponents on the other side.
similar.
I was going to say, and you never know. I mean, Texas Tech at home could go out, just do their thing in the first half and get up an easy 20 points on them. And if the game starts blowing out, with it being so close to the postseason, coaches are going to rest these players.
Yes, sir. Go stand over there by the 3-point line, Watts. Do nothing.
Yep. You go hang out around the side. Let the boys play.
Go hang out with Nick Dorn.
Yeah, right. Which also is something we'll talk about here in a second too, because I still think that one of those 2 players has a real good chance to stay underneath the rebound prop.
Both.
But let's talk about one other bump that we had here. Again, man, I can't stress it enough. Discord's just tearing it up with that early value. But we got Big Mast at 23.5 PRA. I believe he is 22.5 now across the industry. Yeah, so he did bump down a full point. I believe it was from the rebounds. It's either the rebounds or the assists, one of those. But a player that has just fallen off, man. I don't know what's going on with him. Ever since he had that injury bug sometime around here, I mean, dude is just taking such a backseat to everybody on this team. Not the easiest of matchups. I mean, Tyler B is no slouch. We've seen him play some really good ball lately, especially drawing a lot of fouls from opposing bigs. Love to see that. But for Mast, I mean, his minutes, man, just all over the place. Anytime the game slips whatsoever, coach is totally happy to bench him. And his overall just scoring volume has really come back down to earth from what we saw in the beginning of the season, where he was just lobbing up a ton of threes. That production was really consistent. And then the second half of the season, I mean, dude is just afraid to take some threes now. So production across the board really down. Even his rebounding, 7.5 is a bit too high. He should be okay. Oh, that's what moved down. Okay, so he was at 6.5 now. It's still too high. I mean, 36%, 10 out of 28 games, a little bit steep for him. Not like they're allowing many rebounds at all. I mean, you can see here from most recent production, only 2 guys seeing that kind of a number. Only 3 total getting 8 or more, and that's Yaxel. I mean, Yaxel doesn't count. That dude will go out and put up 10 rebounds on any given night. But you got Johannes, only 7 rebounds, really low. Jackson Kohler was one of the other guys who ended up getting there. But a lot of other really good bigs not seeing a whole lot of production. So I like it, man. I think this is just another tougher matchup inside the paint. More than likely, they'll probably attack UCLA a lot more from the wing and just try and get that going. But for him, his usage just way, way down more recently, and gotta show me, man. Gotta show me. So 23.5 felt great. And I think he also had a 25.5 line that was pretty solid, but the payout wasn't nearly, comparable to the normal line. Wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, if you look at UCLA, man, they're not a pushover, and Mass on the road little worse, like you said, since injury hasn't been much, and his line's too freaking high, man. Too freaking high. We're doing the same thing. We're gonna go right under again. We found our niche here, and it's been working. Let's ride it out. Let's ride it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. His only saving grace is him getting just an unreal amount of free throws, which UCLA doesn't give up a whole lot of those, and scoring some threes. But I haven't seen it out of him recently. Oh no, I take that back. Actually, UCLA has been phenomenal against the 3-point shooting. They've been even better as of late. But so it's really just him getting to the free throw line. If he gets there a bunch, he could probably kill us from the scoring potential. But I haven't seen it recently, and I don't think he wants any of that smoke with Tyler.
Big Tyler. Small Tyler, actually. But Tyler's like a white Charles Barkley down there.
Bro, he don't play no games, man. That dude's been giving some serious business out lately.
Yep. I kind of like him, but his line's a tad too high to feel good about. No overs today. No overs.
Nope, no overs. Not right now. We'll get a couple of easier matchups and, better game scripts for that. But honestly, at this point in the season, everyone's lines are quite adequate where they should be, if not even over it. So it's kind of hard to chase that. But once we get any kind of injury news and something to open up value, it'll make it a little bit easier on us. But we also heading into March Madness, so top teams are going to get ready to clash, and I think there's going to be some unders to be had.
Oh, boy, I can't wait.
Yeah, buddy. All right, let's talk about I know you want to talk about Hubbard. We'll get to him here in just a second.
No, I don't. I'm just going to play it by myself and show you the win later.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so two different options here. We got Nick Dorn again at 3.5 rebounds, which honestly I'm still not mad at. I think that's a very appropriate line. The alts for both of these guys are extremely appealing on draft or on Underdog today. So you can get Dorn at 4.5, and you can also get Wilkerson at 5.5, which honestly the 5.5 feels real good for him. Only 4 games so far this season, but even Nick Dorn, his 3.5, man. We're only talking 4 games overall this season. Even the last game, he played more minutes than I was expecting. Still only was able to put up 3 rebounds. And that was also off of 1 offensive rebound, which, for him, kind of sporadic from game to game. Not a reliable source of production from him, if you will. Most of it is just going to come off the back of, defensive rebounds in general. But still, they rebound by committee. We saw the bigs do a lot more here this last game. So just another one of those. It's over 70%. And, if he gets there, he gets there. But, man, this is not an easy matchup. He only had 2 the first time they played as well. Yes, it was in 12 minutes, but still only had 2. That 4.5, man, I think we gotta at least get something on that because that is just unbelievably high.
Yeah. Minnesota's slow-ass team, less rebounds to go around, less possessions. He could get us. It's betting, but great play, great payout in comparison. If you put it in a 2-pick for Underdog, put each one of them with Kiki if you wanted to. 2.38x if you do him or Wilkerson. Either one of them, alted up, 2.38 with Kiki. I don't think there's a way to get away from doing that. That's just too good of a play there.
Yeah, I think so, honestly, man. And like I said, I'm still not mad even at the 3.5 line. It almost kind of feels one and the same, but if we're being a little bit safer, obviously take the 4.5 line. I guess I'm debating on if it's worth maybe taking like a half on both him and Wilkerson under their regular lines.
Maybe, but I don't know. To me, I like being safe, considering that Underdog is paying that nice little payout for the 2-pick, and then we have the Kiki play to play with it that we like a lot. So I figure just be safe on one side of it and let Kiki do her work for us. But that's just how I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Either way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, in this situation, we're basically just taking the alt lineup to play as a straight bet. But since we're getting that payout boost with their modifiers, on a normal day or a couple weeks ago before they changed it, this payout would only be like a 1.9, maybe a 2x at best. So
yeah,
we're getting a little extra, a little extra meat on the bone, if you will. And that payout change is pretty substantial.
A lot. They're doing too much. Underdog is giving away money now. And I'll take it.
Yeah, we're gonna catch them slacking. So,
Yeah.
man, let's look. I really want to get both of those on the list, man. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Go for it. Let's do it. Let's put Dorn at 4.5, and here, I'll do it for you. Dorn 4.5, Wilkie at 5.5,
Yeah.
and we'll do full unit on both. Considering the payout.
I think so, man.
Okay.
I think so, honestly. Or if we want to be safe about it, we could do 0.75.
Nah, not with these payouts.
Yeah, and again, I mean, totally fine with the regular lines. I think those, if you have access to, on FanDuel or Price Picks. Price Picks probably doesn't have either one of these. If I had to guess, Wilkerson's probably at 4 flat, and Nick Dorn probably does not have a rebound line. So maybe 2.5, but he probably just doesn't have one at all. Also, Props Builder, Bovada, however you want to look at it, they do have quite a few of these rebound props for today too. Unfortunately, not for this game, but the DraftKings might have it. Let me see, just out of curiosity.
I just played Wilkerson and Dorn. 2 separate 2 picks with Kiki. Thank you very much.
Hey, there we go. I mean, bro, even look at this, man. I would be real tempted if I had an option to go under his 2.5. Like, he's minus 315 to go over, and bro is just not getting that, man. He is not getting that. I know he had it last game, but still not Mr. Consistent at all.
No, he just stands on the 3-point line. The ball got to bounce around. Players got to miss the ball. Got to be one of those type of rebounds. Just bounces to him on accident. And shit, that got to happen 4 times.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
In the slow game of Minnesota? I don't know, man. Wilkerson's a little different. He just seems like a bigger, more rebounding looking type of player, that he cares a little more. Now, his line is 1 rebound higher, so it does feel a little bit better on that aspect. But Dorn looks like the dude that's just not going to give a crap about a rebound.
Yeah. Dorn's a little bit bigger. I mean, honestly, both of them kind of run the same thing. It's the same gist. They don't actively try and go pick up rebounds. If it falls to them, it falls to them. But they're the 1A and the 1B of standing in the corner. The only thing with Dorn is he specifically just stands in a spot. And Wilkerson, they played him a little bit more off ball this last game, just trying to get him some more open looks. Obviously, he was cooking, and so they got him involved as much as possible. But he plays off the ball a lot. So, I mean, for him, he's always in motion. He's always in some kind of transition. And unless he just has a clear lane to crash down on, I mean, a lot of teams are throwing some doubles and, kind of sending help coverage over to him. So, for him, it's just take a shot, turn around, and play defense. And that's what he does a lot of these games. So, if he's not snagging the long ball, it's going to be tough sledding.
Love it. All these plays are not that exciting. People say, "Oh, it's not as sexy as certain other plays." When you take unders, it doesn't really feel sexy at times. But man, oh man, do they pay the same?
Yeah. I'll take a slight hit payout on a regular line to have a very safe play, and especially on these, like I said, with the payout structure being changed, you can get a little bit more fancy with your slips and stuff that you create and get away with a lot more. And God help them if they give us a boost.
Yeah, we don't get those anymore. They're onto our tricks. But I will say also, look at all the unders we have. Every single college basketball is under. Unrivaled, we got a over, but everything else under today.
Yeah, and the Unrivaled plays mostly just because Books haven't caught up with the injury and the minutes adjustment for her. So that being the exception, and again, with college stuff, we would take advantage if we get something like that. But for right now, we got all the injury news and stuff, and this last part of the season too, wouldn't be surprised to see some of these teams not necessarily give up, but again, if they know they're going to be playing in the NCAA tournament, there's all the reason in the world to rest your best guys. You don't want to get them hurt in some stupid situation like this. And some of these older players, with nothing on the line, they're just going to go out and give a half-ass performance like they have in the last couple games, and we'll see you next year. We'll see you whenever.
Yeah, dude. 1 million games. I can't get over it. No overs. I don't know what's going on, but It is what it is, I
No.
guess. We like winning. So.
Not for us today. Yeah.
Hey, we're only at 10 likes, E. 10 likes, E. What? We need 5 more.
Oh man, are we getting put in the algorithm jail again? Make sure you guys, if you're tuning in, hit that like button down below for us. We're really at least trying to get to 15 here.
We need 15, guys. If you don't mind and you haven't hit the like yet, please hit it for us. I know there's a few of you out there watching that haven't hit the like yet. I can see you. Just tap that little
Give
that
the
little
old
thumbs up. It helps us out. It gets more people around, and we can mess up some more bookies because I hate them all. Hey, we got to 11. Someone else hit it. There we go. Whoever you were, thank you.
Let's go.
4
Good
more.
luck for you tonight. Good luck.
We need 4 more for the sweep of the day. Who do we actually have today? We have Kiki, we have Simpkins, Dorn and Wilkerson are tomorrow. Watts is tomorrow, right? Or is he today? He's today. Sorry.
Kiki's tomorrow too.
Kiki's tomorrow. I'm sorry. Kiki's tomorrow. Just the Indiana game, right? The rest of them are tonight?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, cool. All right, 13 watching. We're getting it up a little bit, guys. If you haven't hit the like yet, please do. We're at 11. We need 4 more likes. There's only one person in the chat today. Maybe YouTube's being weird about the chat again. Who knows? But I know Q Donkey said he was busy today, so he's not here with his plays. But I believe he did drop a few in the Discord. I'm gonna look at him while you go to the next. See what he had.
Yeah, I wonder if okay, so I think chat is working.
Okay. Oh, he had some more under rebound plays. Interesting. He's starting to like the under rebound plays. Don't tell me he had an over rebound play too. If he did.
And what's he got? You can rattle off a couple of them.
The rebound plays, he has Cam Sanders. You know that guy, I believe Air Force, under 5.5. Then he has Mustafa Thiam, under 10.5 against BYU. And then he has Kwame Evans, under 8.5 against Illinois, which makes sense.
Yep, under all the rebound plays for that team.
Yeah. I can't wait. He did have 15 last game. It makes me just not want to do it.
Yeah, but that was a lot of on-court matchup. I mean, he was guarding Martinelli out there for a majority of it, so not too surprised to see that. I mean, Kwame is definitely high, very, very high. He's a full point higher than what he should be. Fame, I think they bumped him down already. Yeah. He bumped up actually. So he opened at 8. He might have snagged him somewhere at 10 or 10.5. I mean, 10.5 is a hell of a line, but 9.5 still extremely high.
Yeah.
Like, extremely high. Not too mad at that, honestly. Should be a low and slow game. I mean, both these teams not playing fast at all. It's probably a 130, high 130s total if I had to guess.
140, I believe. 141, I think.
Okay. So barely even at that.
Yeah, this is at BYU. You know, they always give BYU credit.
Oh, wow. This is way higher than... What the hell? 151? That's way
I thought it
too
was.
high.
I swear I saw 141. I'm tripping.
Yeah. This would be another game. Unders. I think this total goes severely under that. Wow, that's insane. I don't think Cincinnati's been on a 150 anything in forever.
It's that BYU effect. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess, man. That's crazy. That's
No,
way too high.
It is. Without what's his name, Saunders, they've been having issues. Definitely.
Ooh, all these guys pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too mad at all of them.
Cam on Air Force.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them are way too high. I mean, 86% under, 81%, 74% here.
Why the recent? I know we looked at Evans already, but why the recent rebound games for Cam and Mustafa there?
Let's see.
We don't want to get guys that just jumping in the lineup or some reason why they're too high. But I know Q Donkey does his homework, so they're probably good.
Oh, we can't get his RA under. I was about to say that's a pretty high line too.
I was trying to find Trey White's RA under today too.
I don't think Cam has had anything different. Yeah, he's been a starter all season. His field goal attempts have come up a little bit more so recently.
It's just that 9 and that 8 and that last 5. They're trying to get people to bet his over. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I mean, it's way higher than what it should be. Let me see if Air Force had anybody else today. Let's check the injury report real fast. Make sure. Let's see. Definitely not a team that we follow too much. So let's see if any of these guys recently. Nope, and nope. All right, so nothing different for the Air Force. Cam under. I still don't mind that. Let's see about Cincinnati. Okay, so one of their backup forwards is out. Hasn't really played many meaningful minutes. 2 little spot starts here, but still just a body. And this is why. Oh no, this dude hasn't played this season. I take that back. I was about to say this dude's playing hella minutes, but no. I mean, Thames still just way too high. Wow, he's 8.5. That's really high.
No, I thought he said 10.5.
Yeah, he said 10.5, but I do not see that line anywhere. I mean, 10.5 for sure would be a hell of a play, but it looks like his lines went up. He opened at 8.5, and then now he's all the way up to 9.5.
People seeing those last 5 and 3 of those games 10, 10, 15. That's all it is. That's crazy.
Yeah, that one I don't mind too much. Also a player who doesn't play 30-plus minutes on many nights. Guy gets into a little bit of foul trouble from time to time.
Theum?
Yeah, he's been shooting the ball a hell of a lot more, so, I mean, they are going to leave him out on the court, at least for that aspect of it. I mean, he went for 28 at Kansas. That's kind of impressive. You just really got to think about, the on-court matchup. My scariest part of that would be, with DeBonsta, if he shoots a bunch from down low, that could be a bit annoying because you're going to have to hope he's going to be efficient. Otherwise, those rebounds are going to fall, at least in that nearby area, because Kiba does not shoot any kind of threes. I mean, this guy is going to stand under the basket, no doubt. So small concern in that aspect of it. If they're shooting a bunch of threes from BYU, this could be real tough for him to get there. But that one's a little bit on the scarier side. But it's still high. Damn, that's high.
What's that, the 9.5?
Yeah. I mean, all 3 of these are just a full point higher than what they should be.
It's 8.5 on Underdog now. Q-Donkey got it at 10.5? Or did he take some type of payout boost or ding? He must have. The 10.5 is still 0.78. It's not bad.
Is that an Underdog?
10.5.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was about to look at.
That might be a play, to be honest, bro. 0.78.
Yeah, that is high as hell.
Yeah, because if you look at the 8.5, you're like, all right, well, 8.5 is a little scary. But when you can bump it up 2 rebounds and only go down to 0.78, I mean, I know it's a little different when we're up at these higher numbers. So I guess it does make sense. But still, 0.78, like we were saying, bro, on Underdog, you get that 0.78 play. Let's throw Kiki in there for fun. She's just the one over that we like at normal pay. You get 2.73. Yeah.
All right.
That's not bad. I'm locking that in, bro, on this other account. Let's go. Come on, Kiki.
Yeah, I like that, honestly. That's a real sharp line.
Yep.
Cam still feels like a solid play. You know, he is playing a little bit more minutes with the production that he's seen recently. 6.5 will be a real sweet spot for him. Let's see. Oh, I got the hiccups. So sorry, guys.
Tell me what you like better. You like Cam at 5.5, or you like Theum there at 10.5?
Oh, the 10.5 for sure.
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
Okay, I'm with it. I like that play. I think I'm gonna definitely put something on that.
Let's see. What were we getting?
10.5 is crazy. You are right though. I mean, if DeBonsta does his driving, you know, and we know he's not the best shooter. Plus, DeBonsta will go to the free throw line, miss a couple free throws that he gets the rebound to as well. I could see that happening too, pissing us off.
I don't want to get too overloaded with all the under rebound plays for Oregon, but I mean, shit. Even his 9.5 at 0.73. I mean, that's pretty steep.
Even his
I
what?
do worry, like I said,
Kwame.
For Kwame going up to 9.5. I mean, damn, even the 8.5 still kind of up there. 9.5 probably the best look for him though. I just hate that he's had 8 rebounds in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's why I'm not
4
messing with it. I'm good. I'm riding with Biddle, and I'm fine with that. And if Kwame goes under, good for him. I don't want to cheer for that one, but Theum 10.5. The only way he's getting us is that DeBonsta stuff, which can happen. So, but I think it's worth a little play. At least a half unit there for that 0.78.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Go a little half ski on that.
Mm-hmm. I'll write that in.
Sweet. Another under.
Another under. What's up?
I'm saying plenty of options. And the cool thing about these two is all the regular lines, I think, totally fine to take the unders as well. You know, even his 9.5, I think this is another one of those last 5 lookers where you're like, oh, he's gotten there in 3 out of. And then you look at the rest of the season playing against real teams. It's like, oh, not even close.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm with it.
All right. Let's put that in there then. You're going to have to tell me how to spell his first name.
It's Moustapha.
I already knew that. Mustafa. All right. And we're going under 10.5 rebounds. And that's on good old underdog. And we're going to go 1 full unit, 0.7, what was it? 7.8? That's really good.
Yep.
That's really good. We're putting that up here. Bonk. There we go. Nice one, Q Donkey, wherever you are. If you go back and watch this. Nice find there, guy.
Yes, sir.
We need 4 more likes still, E. You think, what are our chances of getting it?
Probably pretty slim since it's at the top of the hour right now. But that's okay. Everyone's just saving that energy for tomorrow. But hey, there's 11 people in here that are going to have a damn fine day and make some money tonight with us. And we'll be seeing y'all back here tomorrow and take a look at that Kiki bump because I'm feeling pretty confident she's going to go to 14.5.
Can't wait. We're going to have hopefully have our other plays with Kiki already greened out for tomorrow. Just watch Kiki do her thing.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Oh, we got another likey. We're at 12.
Oh, let's go.
We're at 12.
Let's go. That's another person that's going to have a great night.
3 more, guys. 3 more.
All right. Well, I think that is about all that we have to talk about right now. Was there anything on the radar for you or anything we're thinking of?
Yeah, but you don't want to play it.
Oh, yeah. We got to look at old hubby.
And you also had your Bruce Thornton assist play you didn't talk about.
Oh, yeah. So that one just being in the mid-tier options because it is Bruce, it is Penn State, but he went for 5 the first time that they played. But I mean, you take a look at him so far this season, and they do a lot of just team passes, a lot of second pass looks, and for him, this was a play we were jumping on all last year at 3.5 before he kind of started going off with the injuries. But so far this season, 4.5 is just way too high. They did adjust the payout a little bit from last night, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, way too high. Again, I think this line is specifically being set because he went for 5 the last time they played, but he has not been at 3.5 assists, or he has not been over 3.5 assists in months. Months and months. Even whenever he snapped off here, he still didn't move to 4.5. So this line seems a little bit fishy. Yes, Penn State matchup a little bit more scary, but the road performance also from him, we've only seen one game. Obviously, 10 assists is an abnormality. He's not even going to come reasonably close to that, but only averaging 2.6. And if you take away that, we're talking about not even barely at 2 assists, period. So real tough spot for them on the road, especially with how bad Ohio State, just the team, shoots on the road. This is very Phylon-esque, if you will, where he puts the team on his back a little bit more so. And it's, basically just been him and Mobley and sprinkling Devin Royal. But, yeah, they do not pass and play good ball distribution on the road. So would not be expect to see him in with, maybe 4 assists here on a good day. But 5 assists is asking a lot out of him. That's a lot.
Okay,
all right,
if you say so. Yeah. Let's get to it. This is your favorite play.
Yeah, Big Hubbard on the road. So obviously, quite a dominant player. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But he hasn't really had too many difficult road matchups. They got spanked a couple of times here, but I would say the most comparable one was the Kentucky one on the road, and he still only went for 20 points. He played 36 minutes in garbage time, so a little bit surprising there. But we were talking about Florida at home, and the spread and everything is really geared up towards that. 22.5 points I think is quite fair. I would not be surprised to see him get blown out by 30, especially on senior night being in Florida. But real tough matchup for him, man. He's going to have to be ultra efficient. The season-long data is a little bit scary. Obviously, he's still averaging 21 points a season, but we've seen these more difficult matchups for him where he kind of struggles. And, God forbid if they get into a real blowout game, he's basically just locked in for 32, 33 minutes at best. So as long as he's not out there with the scrubs, I feel pretty confident about it, or at least as confident as one can be. It is still Hubbard, at the end of the day. But this is a real difficult spot, man. He's going to have Boogie Flan on him all game.
Come on, E, let's put it on the list. Quit playing.
All right, we'll do a half one just to make me feel better about it.
Woohoo! Thanks, E. Let's go. We'll put it at the bottom.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll put it at the bottom. And I'm going to put it on the 3-pick sleeper 50% boost because they have it at 21.5.
Oh, nice, yeah. It's also currently on Price Picks. I'm kind of surprised to see it there because usually they're pretty savvy to the lines itself. But Underdog still got them at 20.5, and wouldn't be surprised to see Price Picks them just do their usual thing, put them at 21 flat, and leave them right there in the middle.
Yeah, they're sneaky. Oh yeah, if you just get 21, you get paid for the other one. No, you don't. You get paid half for the other one. Jackers, freaking jackers. All right.
Yep, trying to jack the spur of coins.
That's
Don't
okay.
let them do it.
They gotta do something because they're getting their ass fucking whooped on. So they gotta cheat however they can. I'm good with it. Keep trying to cheat. We'll keep winning. E, what you yawning over there for? You tired or something?
Yeah, it's just gloomy weather we've been having, man. It's been like overcast all day long.
Can you look at that list real quick and tell me how many unders we have? It's pretty nice.
We got a couple. We got a few.
Well, let me put Hubbard at the bottom. Make you feel a little better. There we go.
Yep, there we go.
All right.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think that is going to be it for us today. We do have another nice slate ahead for tomorrow, as well as Unrivaled, so we'll be gearing up for that. More than likely, Kiki will be our thumbnail again, so make sure you guys check it out. I know the last one was quite a favorite.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to skedaddle, get out of here, get ready for the games tonight. I do believe they start at the top of the hour.
There's one that just started. The Tennessee game just started.
Oh, yeah. And Alabama starts here in 30 minutes. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. A lot of stuff going on tonight, so make sure you guys hop in the Discord. We'll have more plays if any kind of news breaks for us. But now I think just kind of looking ahead towards Wednesday, and we'll check the games, check the list at the end of the night, and see what we won. But we appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. We'll catch y'all back here tomorrow for the stream. Good luck, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.
Just Cash.
Fuck you, prize pig!